got a couple of headlights for the Major here. So I've got the new alternator on and that's all wired up. I've got a high and low beam light on the dash bit as well. They might be the wrong way around though. And I've got those two blue lights there for $25.95 I think. But I think they were new old stock because the boxes were a bit fusty smelling, but they work. And then I've got this light here to go on for a work light at the back, and then I need side lights to go in the wings. We call them butler style or something. And then there's two rear lights and a number plate light for the back. So I'm hoping to get all that done over time. Looks quite good, but it's Ford New Holland lights. So, but just over, well, under £13 each actually. So that was including the postage. Bargain. I think that's low beam, and I think that's high beam. I've got lights on the dash here I made, but they're the wrong way around. I may change them yet, but every time you move the wires, they keep coming apart. I've also got an old light for a work light for the digger at the back. Just got to figure out where I'm putting it. And I've got one side light I rebuilt somewhere, but somewhere safe. And I can maybe rebuild the one at this side as well because they're quite expensive, but you can buy lenses for them. And I've got two of the rear side lights. You won't believe what they're asking for them on eBay. I saw two at £240 and two at £400 for original lights. You can buy reproduction ones, but so see if I can salvage them. So it's quite involved with the wiring, so I've not been filming that. But that's my two lights on. I don't think they're pointing in the same direction yet, but next when it's dark I can play about with them. Hello there. I have been upgrading the electrics on the Fordson Major here, and I purchased two rear lights. They can be expensive, but I managed to find, I think Mayhill Tractors was either 34 or £36 for two, which is way cheaper than anybody else. And the marker lights we haven't got yet that go up here, they're the cheapest for them I can find. I don't like the Phillips head screws. I'll probably put them back to slot head screws at some point, but I do have original brackets for them that you can put in. So they come left and right. So there's a reflector and a lens. What they don't tell you is, does it go that way or that way? I'll put the reflector to the outside and put the lens to the outside. I think the lens to the outside. My microphone is trying to escape. Right, let's see. The original earth is through here. There was a bolt through there, so I'm going to redo that. To figure out what's live and what's earth on these. This is the new wiring. I'll show you it in a bit. Right, let's put an original bracket on. I've got three of them, I think. I wouldn't say these are high quality. I've got a good idea of the country of origin, but They'll do the job. Screen going dead. I have some original parts. I've got a bag of original lights, various parts, which I could make up some of the bits with, but just fit these. It's not a restoration tractor, it's just a working tractor. Oh. We might do the David Brown more like a restoration tractor. We'll see. Takes a long time to get things fully restored. Right, I'm going to put the lens to the outside. I've been looking for a light I made a long time ago for the marker lights. Actually made a marker light and can't find it. But I've been finding a lot of things lately that I've been looking for a while, so might come on it yet. I'll leave this enough room to get the earth in. The only thing with Mayhill is they quote a price and then you have to add on VAT and then you have to add on postage, but it's easy enough to do. Another trick I've learned: go onto a website like Mayhill and put things in your basket, take them out again, and then go back the next day. Sometimes they're cheaper. Not always. There we go. We'll need to find out what is the earth wire. Move it back a little bit. Pretty sure these are 6mm. Might have nicer bolts for them. Oh, they won't work. That's good. Still don't know what the earth is. Give me a minute. Look over here at the door. Okay, that's interesting. Here's something interesting. That's a 2-filament bulb, brake and tail. So one's a brake light, one's a tail light. Earth must be just on the body. Let's connect it up and see what happens. Right. The Majors never had brake lights, but no reason why they can't have brake lights. very small wires. Double that again. Okay. Right, should work. These connectors, if you squeeze them too tight, they snap in half. If you don't squeeze them enough, they don't work. They fall off. Not sure which one's which, so let's do them both. Okay, I think. Okay, let's see which is which, or if we're going to need to have an earth. Right, okay, I'll go and figure out what's wrong with this. I'll bring you back. It turned out it was a bad earth. I was only getting 2 volts, so the green wire's the side light and the yellow wire's the brake light. So it's 21 watts for the brake light, but I think it's only about 10 for the side light. I've also got a few extras up here. Yeah, that's just an old light I had. I used it for number plate light. It's temporary, maybe. And I've added this spotlight, 21 watts again, because that's all you're allowed in the UK. And on the wires over the top there's a few things I need to tidy up here. I've got the headlights, so I've got the side light for that side, so I'll not bother filming that because it'll just be the same as this. So that's all the lights work off the ignition switch with proper major ignition switch. So you've got side lights, headlights and side lights, full beam and side lights on the switch. Main from the battery, ignition on, side lights, headlights low beam, headlights high beam. Like I say, there's 2 marker lights there. You see the blue hump there, there's one there and there's one to go at this side, but I haven't got them yet. You can get in more lights working in the major here. That's the 2 new rear lights. You see in the dash there. That's low beam light, and there's a blue light for high beam. So this is the ignition switch. So the power comes into the centre one. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah. Okay, that's right. High beam, low beam, ignition on. So your light here comes off of there. In the centre is the power in, and at the back is the side lights. Kind of hard to see. And I've got the two little neons there that tell me low and high beam. Amber's low beam, the blue's high beam. And I was thinking about fitting another one that comes on with the side lights, but if you start moving these wires, they break the connectors sometimes. And I've also, that's my horn button. It's not connected up yet, but the wires are here for it. I haven't got a horn yet. And the power coming from the solenoid of the battery, that one runs through the amp meter here, and it sees a current. That's your going to the front of the headlights, low and high beam. That's purple this goes to the starter solenoid, which is there, I don't know if you can see it. And also there should be a blue wire, not a blue wire there. That goes, that's permanent live, that goes to the flashing beacon. And there's another wire for so there's two wires here. One of them's the flashing beacon and one's the side lights at the back. But I pinched a fuse out because I touched a wire when I was taking this off, so I don't think I'll bother with one for the side lights. Or I'll maybe put it with the side lights, I'll see. So I know they're on. I'll know they're on anyway. The side lights are on with the low beam and the high beam on this switch. You just move that way for side lights. One click centres off, one click to me is low beam, and then 2 clicks is high beam. That's how it works. There was a voltage regulator in there as well, so it was pretty tight in there. Yeah, but don't need it now though, we've got the alternator. Okay, let's get this bolted back in place. Seeing as we've got the new lights, like that one over there, I've taken this one off. I'm away to grind out these rivets and repair this. It's not looking too bright, so I'll just grind them out off camera. I'll bring you back on welding bits. I've got a patch cut out and I've welded it in. I'll need to grind it all down. That's a bit better than it was. There is another bit up here we might sort, seeing as we're at it. So it's actually quite hot. Yeah, you might be able to see it there. Might just patch that up when I'm at it. It's good fun welding 70-year-old steel. It doesn't like heat much. I'll see you do it tomorrow maybe. Day's today, Tuesday. Yeah, I'm here tomorrow. Yes, so we'll tidy that all up, grind it out. That's it, patched up, ground the welds down, put some filler in, give it a bit of a sand down. It's not perfect, still got that bit to do. I'll get the light back on now, and that is an actual place for the wires to come up. It's got a grommet, rubber grommet in it, or it did have. I've got it in a tube anyway, so not matter. Well, I'll get the light back on and that'll be job done. Inside this box that's arrived with the post this morning, 2 filters for the David Brown fuel filters, they fit Massey Ferguson as well. Well, when I get the video all together, I'll probably put the costs around at the end. Now, these are the marker lights for the Major, and most places have them for around 31 quid, 15.90 each, plus VAT, plus postage. And that's just what they are nowadays. So, we're going to get them fitted this afternoon. Okay, I have measured up off the original that was in the other wing, and they are 75mm off the edge here, 3 inches. 60, check that actually, 60, I'll have to check the size. 58mm centres, and if you draw a straight line down the wing, 310mm back to the bolt. Yeah, 58. So we shall do a couple of starter drills. They tend not to walk quite so far. Should get it. There's something really hard there. Right, let's see how we get. You can loosen this bolt here and they're left or right. Looks good. Now, what's an earth wire? Get that one there. And I need to put a connection on for the live. Just going to put the power to this light and make sure it's working before we bolt it in place. We have liftoff. Magic. As there's quite an exposed connection there, I think I'll tape and wait to tape it up. So I really don't want it shorting. I was thinking of cutting it a bit, but should be okay taped. There is a fuse in the line, but it's currently a 30 amp fuse, but it'll still blow if you hit the body. Right, that should protect it, I think. Might go over this end once more, because that's where the metal bit is. Here. Right, just need that to go inside the light. Now the fun of the games begins. Trying to get everything inside here. wires. What is it with wires? They just love to put up a fight. You see my mistake there? Let's try this wearing. I was just testing, see if you were paying attention. That actually makes it easier. Right, just rolling. Getting better at getting bolt holes in the right place. Now that I've said that, you know what happened. Nothing wants to be helpful, of course. Right, I'll get a washer on this side. Right, can I get it off? Okay. You would think you'd have plenty of room being a tractor and there's sort of nothing in your way. Always the case. Well, I've had this tractor at least 20 years and I've never seen it the lights. It had one owner who knew, and the garage guy bought it from the one owner, but he never registered it. So I'm the second owner since it was new. It was in a bit of a state when it arrived here. Right, let's see if that's going to go without blowing a fuse. That's one done. Right, we're round the other side. Beats just about dry. It's the original holes. Might have a problem getting an earth here. Let's drill a hole up at the front here. Do it here. Should. Yeah. Let's move it here. Get the wire up through. There was a big hole here, so I had a piece of metal under it, and it's even held up till we drill the hole. We're just right in the edge of it, that's what it is. The bolt itself should provide an earth, I think. Need to put a bit more sleeving on there. Have I bored that hole in the wrong place completely? I think I'll be wrong. There. That's a hole for a wing mirror. What the? I knew I'd spoken too soon. Round 2. That's some of that active aero you need for a tractor to go faster. Fold that over because these are quite big inside. But they've got a little hook, so if you can get that far enough in, it goes over the hook. Squeeze. quite well in. Right, we need a couple of, just doing a quick test before we fit it. So I'm getting an airflow key. Right. What are we doing now? Oh yeah, bolting it together. Let's turn the power off. Okie dokie. I got these from SRS Spares. I'm not sure where they are. They could be in Ireland even. Northern Ireland. But I think they're just selling stuff they've got. There's hardly anywhere now you don't get to, there's no postage on it. Most things have got postage nowadays. It's like Zorro. I used to buy stuff with Zorro because it was 20 quid. Because of our postcode, they were wanting £6 every time. So unless it was something, they were the only ones that had it. Stop buying stuff from them. And stuff's coming in Amazon van, but it's not an Amazon delivery now. They're doing deliveries in their vans for other people. Quite tight to get all this shoved in there. Well, would you believe it, the original holes aren't the same. Just check, see if that's working. Let's get by a second. What spanners? Right, I'm going to have to drill out that other hole a wee bit. Because that was two original holes there. Let's pull that across. One of these days I might even know what I'm doing. Nope. That way. Just give this bolt a bit of a clean. Did you know that spring washers only go one way? Apparently. I don't know which way they go. I presume they compress in the direction of travel. Nope. Full straight, I hope. Right, still working. All the side lights are on. Number plate, 2 back lights, 2 marker lights are on. Should stay on and go. Low beam, high beam, yeah, everything's doing what it's supposed to. Right, that's that done. I'll refit the mirror. We might go for a road run. Let's see. That's the major wheel lights working. The reverse light works as well. The rear lights work. That's jet beam, there is a high beam. Although I'm not too sure if I've got them the right way round. Reverse light and side lights. There is wires for brake lights I could connect up. I didn't have them originally, but it is possible to do it.